Hi everybody, it's Anime Reviewer Girl, and I have a new video for you guys today, and it's going to be, well, welcome to Miyazaki Mondays. This is the very first video that I have that's actually a review based on Miyazaki Mondays, um, and it's on the movie Spirited Away. That was the first one that you guys actually unanimously voted for, was Spirited Away, and by all means was I so happy to be able to review this film. It's actually one of the few Miyazaki films that I actually own on DVD. It's actually the only one I own on DVD, so watching it was definitely a blast. My first time actually watching Spirited Away, I was actually in college, and it was before class, and it just so happened to come on TV, and luckily enough, I was able to watch it from beginning to end, and absolutely fell in love with it and was mesmerized by it. And even when I bought the DVD, I went and even watched the special features where you got to see the voice actors and the how many people thought of the film and what a lot of people just how many people were so immersed in this film. So anyway, let's get started with the review. First of all, for those of you guys who have not seen Spirited Away, doesn't matter who you are. Spirited Away is about a girl by the name of Chihiro, who is actually moving to a new town in a new city. And while on the road with her parents, she ends up, her dad ends up taking a wrong turn and wants to explore. And they end up exploring, and they end up inside of this town. And her parents start eating food, and they're turned into pigs. And it turns out that the town they're in is actually like a spirit world, hence the name Spirited Away. And she ends up having to rescue her parents as well as get herself out of the spirit world so that, she mostly just to rescue her parents. The great thing about this story is that along the way, Chihiro goes from being kind of a whiny little kid and that isn't used to manners and things like that to becoming someone that is very brave and will not stand up for will stand up for what she believes in, and is able to, you know, ends up being having a lot of manners, knowing the value of hard work, being able to problem solve on her own, and just being brave enough and not having to rely on like her parents are being so scared all the time, which is actually really great. Yes, that's pretty much what the film's about. But anyway, as far as the characters are concerned, I just talked about Chihiro as well. You end up meeting Haku, who is actually kind of a savior to Chihiro at the beginning of the movie, because he tries to help her to get out of the town at first, and when she's not able to leave, he helps her of how she's able to stay and therefore rescue her parents, which was a big help to her. And it actually turns out that Haku and Chihiro actually have a history together, which you find out towards the end of the series. You find out where they've originally met before, because she feels like she's met him before. And a lot of times, everyone at the beginning of in the series actually thought that Haku was bad, because he did help one of the main protagonists in the film. Antagonists, Yubaba, who actually owns the bathhouse that Chihiro ends up working at, and who ultimately has a hold of her parents. Yubaba's biggest thing, actually, that was interesting was that the way she controlled you was by taking your name. So she took Chihiro's name and she actually named her Zen, or Sen. And Chihiro had to keep remembering what her name was so that she didn't just end up staying there. You also end up meeting Zeniba, whom is Yubaba's sister. And actually, at first, when I first watched the movie, I actually thought Zeniba was another antagonist, another evil villain in the movie, but she actually wasn't. She's actually someone that actually also helps Chihiro as well, and she doesn't come in until about the latter half of the series. You end up meeting a very interesting monster by the name of No Face. No Face is very weird. At first, he was very, very shy and very nice, but then he ends up invading the bathhouse, per se, and he ends up causing a whole bunch of havoc, which Chihiro actually has to end up solving. It's interesting with the movie in and of itself. Besides those characters, you meet a lot of different characters. Actually, you end up meeting Lin, who becomes kind of like a big sister to Chihiro. And at first, you think she doesn't like Chihiro, but actually she does, and she's just really looking out for her. You meet the Boiler Man, whose name I can't remember at the moment. And he's actually really cool. When you first meet him, he's like really doesn't want anything to do with Chihiro, but he really sticks his neck out for her per se, and is like, she's my granddaughter, get her a job. When in reality, that's not his granddaughter. He just kind of wanted to help her out, which is actually really cool. You meet Yubaba's son, whose name escapes me. I'm not even for sure if he actually has a name during the series. And you meet him, who turns out to be a bit of a brat at first, but then actually turns out to really like Chihiro and actually ends up, helping to save her. Kind of, in a little bit of a way. Those are a few of the few of the characters that for me were very, very memorable. And one of my favorite characters, though, I'll be completely honest, is the soot characters. They're like little black things that help out the boiler man with throwing coal into the fire to help with the bathhouse. They are so adorable. I just found them so cute. Sorry, those are the characters that I really liked. One of the main things though that I really liked about Spirited Away is that it's for very young and very old. It very much has that Disney quality where with Disney films, whether you're young, you're old, you're new to Disney, old to Disney, it still somehow finds a way to entrap you in this storyline. For the kids, I'm sure they get immersed in, for Spirited Away, a lot of times is the colors and just how vibrant it is and the action and just how the movie itself traps you through the eyes. For the adults, I feel like it's more so as far as the action and kind of like the undertone of love that's in that series. You start to catch the love between Haku and Chihiro, even though it's not something that's deeply explored due to Chihiro being a very young character. It's something that you see the undertone of as when you're older. And to me, it's a movie that no matter how old you get, you will still greatly enjoy this film. And yes, it is involved with Disney. Actually, the main character Chihiro is actually voiced by the young girl that actually voiced Lilo in Lilo and Stitch, which I found was actually really cool. As far as the animation is concerned, animation is amazing. I'm sorry, this is one of the best animation that I have probably seen in a very long time, and I've actually really, really enjoyed. I like the artistic style of it. It reminds me of the Disney movies that didn't go to CG. That's what it really reminds me of, and that's why I greatly love it so much. The music in it is the ending song, really the credit song, kind of entraps me. But during the series, there is music there, but it's subtle. At least for me, it's kind of subtle. Like to me, it's enough to where you start to understand when there's like danger involved in the movie or sad and things like that. So it does entrap you, get you as far as emotions are concerned. But it's not like when you watch an anime series, you're like, oh my god, that opening song is amazing or that ending song is amazing. It definitely helps with the series though. It is really good music. I do greatly enjoy it. Let's see. I talked about the characters. I talked about the plot. I talked about the music. I talked about the animation. Any cons about this film? None. This film is greatly amazing. If you have not seen Spirited Away, you definitely need to see this movie. For a long time, I didn't really want to watch it. I don't know why. Don't ask. I just wasn't ready to see it, I think. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, this movie is amazing. I see why so many people like this movie. I love it. It's actually a movie that I can watch over and over again and not get tired of, to be completely honest. So definitely check out Spirited Away. Okay, so that's pretty much my review of Spirited Away. If you want to know, I give it 2 thumbs up. I give it a 10 out of 10. That's literally what I give for Spirited Away. And you guys should definitely watch it. Definitely one of my favorites. And one of the few Miyazaki movies I've actually seen. Okay, so usually on Twitter, I do put out a poll for my next Miyazaki movie. I'm going to put 3 up there. You choose one. That's the one that I watch. I'll usually have these videos out on Mondays, hence the name Miyazaki Monday, and all the above. Comment down below what you thought of this review. Also comment if you've seen Spirited Away and let me know how you liked it. Also comment down below if you haven't seen Spirited Away and if you'll watch it now. I definitely would love to know. If you're new to my channel, I want to say hello and thank you for joining, for watching my videos. If you're someone that's already seen my videos and you're like a part of this crazy little family of mine, I want to say welcome back. I'm also going to leave in the description box below all my links to my social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, my anime blog, as well as my Ask FM. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. All right, that's my review. That's my first video for Miyazaki Mondays. Round of applause. I got through it. All right, you guys have a great month, great day, great week, great night whenever you're watching this. All right, thank you so much, you guys. Love you.